Yeah.
This is probably gonna end up destroying the frame here. But...
Well, we need to test that too. So it's a new frame.
Yeah, it's not going anywhere. I mean, it takes so much force.
What about smacking the latch in different directions? Maybe starting with not insanely heavy and then. So okay, that's what happens when it bends. Does it still work? Okay.
Still works just fine.
What happened? Yeah.
I think we've got to educate people too that you want to slam it down.
You
What
need
if
to
you
hear
bend
that thump.
it? So what happens if you, before we bend it more, let's go from the top and the bottom. Let's hit it from the top with the hammer and see what happens. I'm curious. Let's give it a bigger whack.
Yeah, that's not gonna do anything.
We'll give it a harder. Let's give it a harder one.
I mean, it's gonna end up tearing that off.
That's what I want
Let's
to
try
see.
bending it that way
You
first.
wanna do that first? Okay.
Yeah.
That's just bending it back. What's happening is the bag. Oh, it's
Yeah,
because you're hitting them both.
The frame's flexing. Too.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not doing much at all. So much flex in the frame. Oh,
Okay.
there
So
we
it's
go.
when you catch the outer tab but not the inner.
Yeah.
Is it latched though?
Yeah, it's still latched, not fully
Yeah.
latched.
Why
But
isn't
it's
it?
latched enough. But with
Because-
some,
Why is it not? But you would see that
Because
bend.
it's
Bend
it
it
can't
back.
return all the way at all.
it's still got pretty good engagement though. You look at how much.
Supply
Yeah.
if you just
It's
bend it
got-
back.
yeah.
It's still a fair amount of engagement, and yeah, it's easy to bend back.
That's it. That just bend it back.
Yep.
What do you think it would take to break the plastic on the frame? Is that going to happen, or the metal's
No,
going to
think it would
break?
rip the
I think a
screw.
wedge is going to fail first, or the frame is just going to break in one of its typical spots.
Before the pin breaks out of the frame?
Yeah, it would take just an insane amount of force to either break off that piece that protrudes, or to just tear out the glass filled nylon there.
So basically all that happens is
Shearing so much.
those two little metal tabs bend, and then you bend them back and you're back on the road.
Yeah,
Are they going to get weaker? And I mean, is there any chance
Yeah,
those
they'll
things
get
get so
brittle.
weak that they snap eventually?
eventually.
Yeah.
Stainless will eventually snap, but-
So let's give it some harder. What a trip. And that's just, so the pin is fine. It's just the little head on the pin that's bending.
Nice.
It's taking a lot. I'm surprised it doesn't have huge cracks in it yet.
I can't believe it still
Pretty sure
works.
this is
I know.
stainless.
I can't
This is
believe it's
not
still
very
working.
brittle at all. This is
Supposed to
amazingly
be-
ductile.
It's supposed to be stainless.
It'd be like,
Tape
It
steel.
hasn't cracked. It hasn't stopped working. It hasn't.
So give it a harder whack in one of the directions. Really bend it, man.
All right.
Or take the bag and drop it on there or something.
Okay.
There you go. Now we're talking.
It's still gonna work.
It still works?
That's pretty incredible.
And
That's crazy. How does it keep bending and not?
because
There's a lot of clearance in there. Yeah.
there's a half a millimeter clearance, not a lot. But it's because it's captured where it's sliding. You're bending it on.
yeah,
that
it's
side
it's
where
it's only
sliding,
bent
so
on the
it's still
on the
moving.
outside.
It's not bending the pin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
isolating.
God, it's. I wonder if you could
It's
almost,
still, I mean,
if
it's
you,
still binding. It's also the fact that you just have so much engagement there, and so
Yeah,
it
that's
can
not-
retract halfway and still.
it's still
if you broke that head off the pin, do you think you could field repair it? Is there any way
head
to
up.
if you broke, say that thing
Just
we've been
off.
bending back and forth, could you find some way to get through the rest of a trip? do
If
you
there
think?
was a little bit left, but if it was broken like right at the surface,
Yeah.
probably not.
I mean, you could almost drill a little hole in it and put a piece of fishing monofilament through there and have a loop, and
Yeah,
it would still
you
work.
could- I'm sure you could jerry rig it.
The other thing is you can reach back here with.
Yeah.
The nice thing is this breaks off and you're still latched.
Right.
It's just a question of releasing it, and then to release it, you just need
Some pliers to pull it out.
something that.
Right, to pop it. Yeah.
That's pretty cool, man. I think that's cool. I like that. Yeah, that's neat. That you know, the fact that even if like all the abuse is happening to that exposed head, and I mean, how many? I mean, we just have hit it so many different ways. I mean, how many wrecks did we just simulate with that hammer? You know what I mean? And the thing still works.
Yeah.
And in fact, you can bend it back, and it's almost like new once you get it back into position. I'm
Yeah.
impressed, man.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yep.